Hello, 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 everybody. Hi, my name is Bea Marie Anine, and I'm here with one of my co authors from the book Inspired Connections, published by Hill House Publishing. And, besides contributing a chapter to this amazing book, I'm an international speaker, holistic success mentor, and energy master. And right now, I'm really, really inspired to talk to my wonderful colleague because she is also a leadership coach, a business consultant, and the founder and CEO of Spark Biz Ops. So, welcome, Jenny Vaz.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, everybody. We and our book, we're out. Woo-hoo!
Yeah! It's happening. It happened.
It
We did
happened.
it. You
Oh my
did
God.
it.
I had no clue, B. I did not know that I was going to be an author this year. And
Really?
I did not manifest this, but I guess it's by design that it's meant to be. And I'm so grateful that it's happened the way it's happened.
Yes. Yes. So, how was that for you? How did you become an author? How did you write your chapter? What was the process like?
Great questions. So Crystal Hill, who's the CEO and founder of Hill House Publishing, she and I started working together last year. She wanted a bit more solutions to organize her business. She was going to expand her business, which was fantastic. And that's something that I specialize in. I love tech and I understand business processes. I was like, let me do this so that you can focus on your zone of genius, which is helping your authors become published and known for their message.
Yeah.
And I'll take care of the rest. So I got to it, and she was rolling out her book at that time, and we were talking about the next book. She said, "Oh, Jenny, I want to get ready for this next book. This is what this book is about. It is Inspired Connections." And suddenly my heart just went, I think this is for us.
Mm.
I didn't do anything about it. I went, shh, I'm not ready. I've got too much going on. How am I going to do this? It's a commitment. It's my message is going to be out there. It's a huge, big step. I want to be behind the scenes. I'm more of a behind the scenes person. That's who I am. I am the conductor that you see at the bottom of the stage, not on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
That's my specialty. And then the next time she and I had a meeting about her business, and the more she was talking to me about inspired connections. And again, this voice said, you got to write your book. This is a great book. Why don't you share this story? I can't. It's too much. Again, denied. And the third time, it just went, just do it. And I remember I telling Crystal, so where do I sign up? And I think she and I were both equally shocked that I had said that. Because neither of us were anticipating it, right, in that moment,
Yeah.
that I had said yes. And and it's been an interesting journey. So the first draft that I wrote for this book, it didn't go down well because I had shared some very vulnerable parts that involved other people that I loved and cared about. And when I give them the heads up, it didn't go down well. So I decided, okay, this is probably a story for another time, another book. And then I wrote my current chapter, and I sent it off to Crystal. She gave me a few beautiful insights, helped me to tie it up with a beautiful message towards the end. And off it went. And I parked it. Life got busy at year end, and that was it. And I remember towards the year end, I was talking to one of my clients, and she runs a speakers business, helping speakers to get more on stage. And all I said to her was, I really want to share this message called Zones of Genius, because it's really been all that I talk about with my clients and my team. Shine more in your zones of genius and let others shine in their zones. And together we actually create great alchemy. There's a lot of synergy.
Yeah.
It's not all on you. Just keep focusing on what you're really good at. Yes, I want to share this. Maybe you're in a business community, business summit. Came back to me next day, Jenny, found a stage for you. Geez, that was fast. that's not happened, right? In a very long time. Like, that fast? Nah. Okay, so I spoke on stage in January, shared my message, didn't have my book out yet, but I loved sharing the message. And then Crystal sent us this list of this particular summit host who had a summit. She said, oh, go sign up. And I signed up to that summit. And I know you were on that as well, which was just last week, right? Wake Up and Change the World Summit. And oh my God, it was so transformational for me. And between those two, I've done podcast interviews, and all I'm talking about is zones of genius. And that in particular, that we don't have to live our lives to perfection. There's no expectation of perfection for us in our zones of genius. Our zones of genius are born out of love. It's how we find our own way to love ourselves. And it was my pathway to revel in the splendor that I am. And to just revel in that and be in awe of me, not in like a cocky or haughty or obnoxious way, but like, wow, look at me. I did that. And I'm so freaking proud of myself. I'm not expecting anybody else to do that for me. I'm taking that love for me. And for me to have been able to share that with others, that has just been unexpectedly, like a gift, a boon to have been able to do that. So I'm so excited that our book is out. And I've read, like you, I've interviewed quite a few of our authors, and it's been mind-blowing, the stories, the answers, the wisdom, and I dare say the wisdom found in those words between the lines. You're going to, for people who are reading the book, the gift we hope you receive is that you find some answers for you. It may not be in one chapter. It may be you might be able to draw a thread through all the chapters. But if you find something that helps you to take the next step, you're off to a cracking start.
I love that. Yes.
You're off to a cracking start. And that's all Zones of Genius needs. Next step. It's not a full-baked plan or path. That's the next step to figuring out the divine splendor that is you.
Yes. Yeah. I love that so much, Jenny. And also when you said that your zone of genius doesn't need perfection. Because what is perfection?
It's a made-up bullshit.
Thank you.
Bullshit.
Yes. I'm going to quote that and be like, Jenny Voss says, perfection is a made-up bullshit. This is, yes, because it is. Because it is. And you were talking so highly about, our co-authors. And I can just second that. It's been such an amazing ride for all of us. And there's so much wisdom in between the lines. And I bet that every time you read it, something new will show up for you. And if you haven't yet, then you can get the book under this link. And if you have, but you haven't yet, you can also write a review. Yes. And I know that a lot of authors offer a special gift for launch. Did you also do something like that?
Yes, actually. I am. I've got a few things up my sleeve. So I want to get in front of people who bought the book.
All right.
This is my invitation to you. Join me on the 31st of March, and it doesn't matter where your time zones are at. If this zones of genius is what you want to figure out, where your passions and your gifts and your talents and your experiences meet opportunity, you want to figure out your zones of genius, come to this chapter reading I'm having on the 31st of March. I want to get to know you. I want to help you to decode your zone of genius. I was at an event today, and right there and then on the spot, I decoded it for somebody, helped them to decode their zones of genius in 10 minutes. It is powerful stuff. The book has some answers, but there's something that we are all holding on to that stops us from really breaking through and meeting that zone of genius right where it is, acknowledging it, taking it wholly and fully. And in the book, I explain it's called social programming. It's all that conditioning that we've been given. You're not good enough. Who are you to think that you're that good? Just be a good girl, be a good boy. Don't be seen and not heard. All of that BS, all of that social conditioning, social programming, there's something there that's actually holding you back. And the moment we free that, boom, boom, like sonic boom. So come to the event on the 31st of March. It's virtual. I'm inviting as many people as possible. And the details will be shared. They're all up on my link tree, and we're going to share that here right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I'm just going to add that here for everybody's benefit.
There we go.
Yeah. Tap that link. It's got my book reading, my chapter reading, and I want to meet you. The second thing that I'm offering is read the book. And if read the chapter, and if it moved you, it inspired you, I'm going to offer you 3 sessions with me on the house.
Woo!
To dive into your Zog. We're going to totally Zog out. My Zog meeting your Zog. Bam. Cosmic.
I'm in. Okay, I'm going to buy the book. I'm going to buy 10 books. Do
Done.
I get then 30 sessions when I buy 10 books?
You're making this too complicated.
Ah, damn it.
We only need 3. We don't need 30.
Okay, cool. Good. Yes, everybody. I mean, I have met Jenny a couple of times now on our meetings, and every time I've met her, she just blew my mind with some answers she just pulled out of her sleeve for somebody. And it was just, how did she? Okay, cool. Okay. She gave another great answer. And it's like, wow. So if you can, then jump on this opportunity. Like, I'm going to do that.
Cool.
I'm going to see you.
Yeah, because, no matter what your age is, some might think, oh, we're too young. I've worked with people who are at 22 and think their life is over. Your life is not. You're not too young to figure out your zones of genius. Or you're too old, or you're halfway through your career, or you've got kids. This is just life stuff. This is part of the life experience. Life experience involves curveballs of all various sizes. But it does not mean that we don't get to enjoy ourselves, enjoy these delicious parts of us that come to life when these opportunities show up in our way.
Yeah.
Now, with my team members, I tell them, don't focus on what's wrong with the picture. Don't focus on what mistakes you made. Recover and move on. Focus on what you really enjoy doing in your roles. What lights you up. And I can tell you, within weeks, I am seeing the kind of work quality that has surpassed even me. Because they fully embrace that zone of genius within them. I'm blown away by what they're creating. I cannot, like, if I could, I would prove it to everyone. Like, this is what happens when you totally Zog out. It feels effortless. And in a lot of ways, you actually want to share your joy with someone. You don't want to contain this. It's not something that you want to squirrel away for another day. No. You want it to infect someone else, the enthusiasm, the joy. Look at what I discovered.
Yes.
That zone of genius, it cannot be contained. And so if you're looking for this, if you want to find a way out, to find your way to that beautiful part of you and marvel at it, yeah, let's talk.
I love that. I love that so much. And I love our conversation. So, is there anything else that you would love to share with our audience today?
Yeah, great question. Know that everything that you have, the best of it is 2%.
Hmm.
And I'm going to share this, what I mean by 2%. So imagine universal knowledge, right? Everything that's seen and unseen in the universe, in the cosmos. Our allotment, each of us, is 2%.
Hmm.
Now, we think we've been given 100%, and therefore there's this huge responsibility on us because we have 100%. We have to aim for perfection when it's not. The allotment is 2%. And I'll say we're doing pretty well with 2%. 2%, look at the engineering marvels we've created, scientific boundaries we've pushed, right? I mean, a shuttle to the moon, and now we're heading towards Mars. Come on.
Mhm.
There's so much talent in the world. Now, some of us got a bit more than 2%, we might argue, like Einstein and Newton. Sure, Marie Curie. So many of us, right? Generally 2%. And I'm amused because every time I see a news report that scientists have had another breakthrough, something they could not solve and they finally found a solution to, if you read further down, they will say, by the way, as soon as we sorted this one out, we noticed that there was something new behind it that we hadn't noticed before.
Yeah.
We will not finish. We will never reach the end.
No.
Right? Human knowledge will be limited. This universal knowledge is unlimited. So our 2%, this is the requirement. It's okay that the 2% doesn't grow, but the 2% itself is bountiful.
Yes.
The role of your 2% is to merge with everybody else's. So like we have 14 authors in this book, or 16, I can't remember now.
16. Yeah.
16. That's 32% in the book that's vibrating right now.
Hmm.
That's freaking awesome. That 32% is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And now you're going to pass on the book to someone else, and you're going to add your 2% to it when you read it. It becomes 34. When you share it with somebody else, it just adds on and adds on. It grows very fast because we're adding more knowledge, more awareness, more consciousness to one another. And imagine this, you might think, well, what about the rest of that? The 98%, Jenny, what's that all about? Well, the requirement is that we work together, we collaborate with each other. We don't do this alone, this 2% thing alone. The other piece is that the universe, the spirit or God will, they're in charge of the 98%. You're not. So your zone of genius is the 2% and letting everything else take care of the rest. When I share this with my clients, I can immediately feel their shoulders go, oh, the burden's been lifted.
Yes.
Because we've been walking around like we're responsible for everything. And we've been scared, terrified of making a mistake, getting it wrong, screwing things up. When the requirement has always been your zone of genius, combine it with someone else's and create magic.
Yeah.
And let God and the universe take care of everything else. And you will see that in your life, that the moment, I've seen that repeatedly in my life, the moment I surrender to my zone of genius and I trust the 98% to work things out, like
Yeah.
being in this book. But the more I force and try to control and expect and exact, becomes hard work. I'm exhausted. It's my ego that's taking over, like I need to prove something. But we don't. It's just 2%. And you do your best with your 2%. If not, if this is something as you're listening to this, you're like, oh, okay, 2%, that's it. That's what I get. And that's enough for me to do the work that I'm supposed to do, that I'm about to do. And I can figure out the rest as I go. And that gives you that spark, that hope, that desire, the passion to do what you're about to do. Rock forth. Do it now. If you're feeling underwhelmed, just 2%, Jenny, that's it. That's all I get. I want more yesterday. Go work with somebody else. Don't try to do this on your own. And you'll figure out. You don't have to do this on your own. Where's the fun in that? We get there faster together. And that's what I want to share before we sign off. So thank you for asking that question.
You are so welcome. And that was so brilliant. That was amazing. And I don't have anything to add right now. This was like the perfect mind blow at the end. So for all of you listening, watching, if you haven't gotten the book yet, get it, write a review, and get onto Jenny's list and get like your, what did you say? Zog.
Yeah.
Your Zog reading, basically.
Come zog out.
Yes, come Zog out. This sounds so cool. You were probably one of the cool kids, huh? Like,
I try.
Come on, let's Zog out with Jenny. All right, Jenny, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being so open and vulnerable and sharing your light with us.
It's been an
And
honor.
yes, everybody else, with lots of love from my heart to all of you. And may you all be inspired and make inspired connections.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.